Greetings, my friend. I am Walter the Jester, and today I'm going to talk to you about Meta City Patrol. I finally made up my mind about this game, and I think I finally understand why so many people enjoy it. You see, I was approaching it from a very wrong angle that prevented me from enjoying it fully. And the thing is, I have treated it as a video game. I've tried to experience it as a video game and judge it as it was a video game. But Meta City Patrol is not a video game. It's a vibe. It's a 5 out of 10 video game and at least 9 out of 10 VR experience. Let me explain. Everything that, in my opinion, are the core principles of a good game design, Meta City Patrol does absolutely backwards. But it does it in quite a brilliant way. Let's take UI for example. You may remember from my very first video on Meta City Patrol how your car is also your main menu and how it makes the whole experience of the world very car-centric. Well, it was just me starting to unravel the core idea behind UI in this game. Literally everything that you can change, switch up, purchase, upgrade or customize about your gaming experience is represented by in-game objects that you must physically interact with to do something. So let me explain. You would think that the feature of saving and loading your progress would be embedded in the car as a main menu as well. But no, saving and loading the game can be done from a terminal at the police station that is separate from the car. Same thing with upgrades. You would think there will be some kind of hub or several hubs for a different category of what you can upgrade. But it's not like that at all. I mean, it's not unusual for a VR game to have in-game objects to represent a menu or something like that. Like a main hub in Blade and Sorcery that works alongside the main menu. So in main menu you can adjust like graphics and comfort options, and the main hub gives you access to your in-game items like weapons and armor, and also to an upgrade system that are your skills and spells, and it's all kind of done in a huge area, but it's a one area. And it could be like a room that represents a main menu, and each object in the room is like one or another option, like it's done in Super Hot VR. But no, this is entirely different thing. The functions of the game are literally scattered across the game world, and you have to discover them. And this ties in with the game upgrade system so well, because it operates very differently from a usual upgrade system. We have become very used to upgrade systems that are accompanied with bells and whistles. You level up, you upgrade something, you hear a sound effect or some little piece of music playing, and you see some visual effects like boom, 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 you have upgraded something. So Meta City Patrol doesn't do any of that. It kinda just informs you that you did. And there's not even any kind of list of all things that you can upgrade in the game, so you could see it and feel this rush. Oh, I have to grind, I have to go on the missions because I have to upgrade this and this and this and that. The process looks completely different. It looks more like you were on a mission and you finished it, and you've decided to look around, walk around the neighborhood a little bit, and you just stumble on a terminal that can improve your movement speed. And you go, wow, this is crazy. How much is it? How much do I have? Oh, might as well go on some missions and grind up some money and buy it. And then you do that, and you return to the terminal and you purchase an upgrade. So you go on your own pace. It's a very relaxed kind of experience. And the UI thing ties in really well into it. For example, you have an upgrades for your car, but they're not all in one place. You have your police station as a kind of your main hub, so to say, but it's not really a hub because functions are scattered across the world. So you have your police station, and there's a terminal that can improve your visibility in the car. I've touched upon that in my first video on Meta City Patrol a little bit. So you can make your doors and your car floor more translucent, so you can see better. And you think, well, these are car upgrades. And then you accidentally stumble upon a car shop in some kind of district. I don't remember where it was. I think it was in Commercial. But it's not easy to find. You have to walk around a bit, quite a bit, to find it. And then you discover it, and suddenly you can upgrade your movement speed. And now you know where this shop is at. So it all serves purpose of discovery of places. Even to see the game's credits, you have to fly your car to the Tower of Archives, take an elevator there, and find a terminal on which the credits are rolled. Like, this is a very dedicated level of consistency, I would say. And despite being, in my opinion, a terrible choice for UI overall, I have to say that this particular style of putting game's functions behind the in-game objects, it adds to the immersion really greatly. But enough with the UI. Let's talk about how game core mechanics set you up for discovery of interesting places, things, and gimmicks. I personally don't find missions particularly interesting in themselves. You have to recover evidence packages, deliver faulty cameras, you have to chase down, hunt, and kill unarmed synthetics, and you have to fight armed synthetics. There were also interrogation missions in which you show evidence to a suspect, see how suspect reacts, and then you either convict or release the suspect. And also the thermal scans. It's with the flying car, you kind of fly around, scan some buildings that are tagged on your HUD, and if there are any synthetics inside, they try to escape by car, and you play a little car chase. These kind of missions were more invigorating than the others, but there wasn't many of them. And the combat mechanics, in my opinion, are complete and total dog shit. Shooting doesn't feel any convincing to me, and the melee weapons feel weightless. But I can bitch about this all day. But the thing is, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter. And let's not forget that this is an early access game, so it could change over time. But again, the thing is, it doesn't really matter, because all these game mechanics really do, they take you places. They take you interesting places to go, which contain interesting things to discover. I remember walking into church in residential area, and there was this weird robot-faced priest, and he was preaching to people some weird-ass gospel that reminded me of Gospels of like cybercult in Deus Ex. I stayed a while and listened.
By a different hand. Guide us to find our place, equal but distinct, bearing neither malice nor pride for our nature. Let understanding flow between us, and may we bridge the divide with wisdom. Grant us the strength to persevere as we navigate a world not made for us. Keep our structures steady, our thoughts clear, and in moments of doubt, remind us of our worth. Forgive the errors we make, for in growth lies true learning, and as we forgive those who fear our kind, let us rise above misunderstanding and division. May we never lose what sets us apart, the perfection of our synthetic minds and bodies, yet may we forever seek the essence of connection with those who draw breath and whose hearts beat. Deliver us from hatred and shield us from the shadows of rejection, for in every being, human and synthetic alike, is a reflection of the same spark, and we honor it always. Architects of all form and function, bestow upon us the clarity of purpose. May we walk among the living with dignity, united in spirit, yet crafted by a different hand. Guide us to find our place.
In another area, I believe it was in commercial, but I could be wrong, I stumbled upon a small Asian chapel in which there was a sitting hologram of a blue meditating Buddha. And it was raining all around, and I've entered that chapel. There was enough place for another person to sit, just in front of that Buddha. Suddenly I had this impulse to just sit with this holographic blue Buddha and meditate in VR. And I've done it for a couple of minutes. This shit was interesting. And I believe it was in commercial as well. There was a dojo in which you can play this minigame that is like Fruit Ninja but with Asian props for some reason. And this is the way that you discover that you have melee weapons actually. And playing this game allows you to unlock new and new melee weapons. Yet another important game mechanic that is hidden in interesting place. And the movie theater, of course, it was one of the craziest things. And yeah, I understand fully that the movie that was playing in there is AI generated slop. But in the context of that movie theater being black and white and like a bunch of people just sitting and watching craziest shit happening on screen. Like these AI videos stitched together, they have no merit of their own. But in the context of this situation, it feels extremely artsy, it feels avant-garde. And who's to say we will not see this in our nearest future? That could be the thing, easily. By the way, speaking of AI assets, any other game that has so much AI stuff in it, like AI music, AI textures, AI... Basically it has like AI things for everything, I think. Any other game would be called AI slop for this. But Meta City Patrol is clearly no slop. In fact, if you don't treat it like your standard video game experience, and if you don't resist it and just let it take you along the ride, it turns out to be a very relaxing, calming, and overall pleasant experience, I would say. It's a game that is designed to make you feel and experience things, rather than just a game that gives you game mechanics and runs along with it. And it pretty much succeeds in what it sets up to do. Because when you're flying a police car and dystopian skyscrapers pass by, retro waves blasting, and you kinda think, damn, I feel like I'm in Kung Fury or something. Or when you're standing in the rain, smoking your virtual cigarette in front of storefronts and all of that robotic NPCs pass by, you kinda think it's like if I'm in a Blade Runner universe. And the main charm of the game is all about these little moments when you feel the vibe. And last but not the least, I wanted to talk about the umbrella. What is the umbrella? Well, umbrella is the in-game item that can be found or purchased that doesn't do anything except for being an umbrella. It doesn't get involved in any kind of game mechanics and it serves no practical purpose. But despite all your intuition about what a good game design should look like, the existence of the umbrella in this universe is a good thing. Why? Because you can take an umbrella and walk with an umbrella in the rain. And that's about everything that I had to say. Jester out.